Behind me, I wanted you to see this. So we have a 20% chance of development for the next 7 days. So we do have a weather impact alert due to heavy rain this week, not necessarily the tropical development. So just keep that in mind. Big difference. So we're not expecting a Chantal to develop here at home. And as we take a look at that tropical update, one thing has changed overnight. Now notice our big bubble, our yellow hatched areas, what we call it, has now shifted a little farther to the west. And our chance of development has stayed nice and low, as our weather team's been talking about for the last week, at 20%. In fact, if anything does develop, all the latest modeling I'm looking at this morning, this is what I'm thinking. I shaded it in a little darker. The highest chance of development would be into the central Gulf of Mexico and moving away from Tampa and Florida. Now, with that said, this low pressure is going to cross our area. Look at all that heavy thunderstorm activity just to the northeast of Mayport and Jacksonville this morning. That's a sign of what's to come. We've got a rainy start to our week on the way. In fact, our European model shows that weak upper level low spinning in as we head toward Monday. So just lots of moisture in the atmosphere to work with. And then as we head through the week, Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday, that low pressure will cross into the northern Gulf. And notice it's moving away. Question is, will it hang out over the water long enough for it to develop? Maybe, but the chances are very low. And by that time, it'll be well to the west of us. So it looks like our rainiest time of it this week would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then some improving conditions by Thursday. But if you look at the European, nothing really organized, really sticking out on the maps. That's good news. And the same thing for the European in the GFS or the American models. You compare the two models. We look at the American model. Low pressure may be a little farther south, crossing Florida as well as we go into Tuesday and then into the Gulf Wednesday. And they agree. What we have is model consensus that if this develops, it'll be well west of Florida and moving away by Wednesday. Okay, so the news is good on that front. But again, we got to keep our guard up for downpours, flooding, not even ruling out some strong storms as we head through the week. So that's why we have that weather impact alert. Now, as we head over and take a look at all the particulars here, the moisture, that's going to be the big thing that sticks out. It's going to be a rainmaker, okay? That's what I see with this thing. So you see the deep greens really forming off Charleston today, off of Savannah, Georgia. And watch that little counter here. This is our precipitable water, 1.77 inches. So really think of an invisible column of air from the ground all the way up to about 20,000 feet, telling us, yeah, if the nature squeezes out all that moisture, you could easily see 2 inches of rain or more. Well, yeah, here we go. As we go into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, lots of deep tropical moisture moving over all of Florida. And that's why we are going to keep our guard up for that flood threat. And you see the 2 inches on that counter I showed you. That means, yeah, many areas could see 3, 4, 5 inches. So you double that in these type of situations with that tropical influence. So we take a look at our expected rainfall, and we're talking about high rain amounts all the way through Wednesday. And then Thursday, we'll start to see a little bit more improving weather. But